Alright, this is Lady Wild 14. Welcome back to our Royal Legacy Challenge Let's Play. We are ready to continue with episode 3. And last time we found out that Queen Chelsea is pregnant with her first child. So it's still very early in the pregnancy. She's in her first trimester. And let's continue. Hopefully we will have a baby by the time this episode is over. So right now the queen is still sleeping, not for much longer. I'm going to get her up here soon in a minute. Just make sure the king is continuing with his shower. We might as well let her get something to eat because she is a hungry mama bear. So she's going to go ahead and start eating some eggs and bacon. And then we'll have her get started working in the garden again. As for the king, he has definitely reached the level 1 fishing skill that was required. He's at level 3 actually. So we're going to have him keep working on his fitness skill today because he needs to get that completed before he starts work on Monday, which is tomorrow. And then, let's see, we'll have the queen continue to work in the garden and just kind of see what we can do to get through this pregnancy, make a little bit more simoleons, and hopefully we'll have an heir soon. One of the things that I used to do on these Let's Play challenges is kind of name each generation would be like, say the first generation that was born, all of their children would be named with an A name, and then the second generation I would name them with a B. But I don't think I really want to do that this time. I don't really want to box myself in like that. So I think we'll just kind of name them whatever we want to. Maybe I'll even use the roll the dice function that they've added to the game and just kind of keep rolling until I see something that I like. Because we're going to have 8 kids. I'm not sure I really care what each one of their names are going to be. That probably sounds pretty callous. But I mean, after you've played Sims for so long, you're just kind of like, I don't know, pick a name. So, let's go ahead and get her ready for the day. Use the restroom, shower, and get out to the garden. Oh, look at the king. He's doing the dishes. How nice. And then, ooh, I should have had him do a energetic shower, because then he'd be all energetic and ready to go boxing, but that's okay. Go ahead and practice punching, like the good soldier that you are. And then he still has that treasure map in his inventory, so we might have him go do some scavenging and see what he can find. Look, there's something he can dig for right there once he's done with his working out. What else can we have him look at? Harvest basil. Oh, nothing to harvest there, just look at it. See, the queen, it is summertime. It is hot, so they might decide that they need to change into their hot weather clothes. But it doesn't look like we have anything that needs watered right now. Just harvested. Nothing needs fertilized. How is she doing with her ambition over here? We need to spend $1,000 on kid stuff. Okay. And I see that she's already changed into her hot weather clothes. Women are supposed to wear long gowns. They're not supposed to wear any short skirts, short shorts, short dresses, any pants. There's all supposed to be long flowing gowns. But this was the best one that I thought would fit for now for the summertime clothes. I don't want her wearing a super hot flowing gown, so we're gonna let her get away with that. Was that everything there was to harvest? Nope, there's more. She's got some taro roots. Okay. The king is off to go dig and harvest. I think what I'm going to try to focus on, since the garden is pretty healthy, And there's not a lot to do as far as that is concerned, is I'm just going to have them focus on increasing their simoleons so that when the baby's ready to be born, we can go ahead and set up a little nursery. Buy the toys, buy the potty training chair, all that good stuff. So, if we're done in the garden, which it looks like there's not a lot to do as far as fertilizing or harvesting, thank goodness, because that's a giant garden to take care of. So we're going to go ahead and have her continue to do some paintings and earn some simoleons that way. Meanwhile, we'll have the king continue to scavenge, and then once I've ran out of plants to harvest and holes to dig and all that good stuff, we'll just have him keep fishing. Because we need to buy some baby room stuff. What's that? Snapdragon flower. We don't really need to be that. I don't really think there's a lot for him to find right now. So maybe we'll just have him continue to go fishing. Alright, how's the queen doing? What is she painting? Can't tell just yet. But yeah, until the first baby is born, honestly, this challenge can be a little slow. But I promise you, once we have 6 kids we're trying to raise all at once, things will get very busy very quickly. Very overwhelming. Especially with that toddler stage. There's so much that they have to learn, and it's so time consuming on the part of the parents trying to teach them to talk, and potty training takes like an hour and a half. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright, looks like the king found a new type of fish. He's got a discus. And he found a fossil rock. Let's extract the fossil. A perfectly preserved mustache. I've never seen that before. That's all it was at the limestone, a mustache. Not a face, not a skull, just a mustache, of course. Alright, and the queen has harvested some plants. Looks like mostly catnip varieties. Some more basil, or no, parsley. Taro root and madnip. And actually, since the last time I played this game, Magic Realm has come out. So maybe we'll go ahead and plant some of the magical plants, because I don't think I have any of those yet. So let's go to outdoor activities. Starter magical plants. I don't think I have any of those. And I don't think I was able to get seasonal winter plants last time either. I hesitate on how much bigger I should make this garden. Let's see. Seasonal winter plants. Oh, that was expensive. That pretty much took all of our money. Alright. And we'll buy some magical plants as well. And plant those. Because like I said, we're going to have a giant, beautiful garden. So, let's see. How much is your painting worth? Go ahead and sell that. And let's open up the winter plants and the magical plants. So what did that give us? We have some mandrake. We'll go ahead and plant that. And we have valerian root. Spinach. I think that was a new one. That must have been the winter plant that we got. Interesting. Yeah, winter. I never considered spinach to be a winter plant before. Shows you that I don't actually garden in real life. Don't actually know anything about that. If I had time, I might actually get maybe the queen or someone involved in some sort of Magic Realm activity. I would have her, start learning some spells and all that, but that's actually pretty time consuming as well. I just don't think I'll have time to add that to the game. What with trying to keep up with the garden and raising kids, I just don't think it's feasible. So we're probably not going to do that. I'm not ruling it out in later generations, maybe if she only has to have 2 kids or something, then we'll have time to do that, but I just don't think we'll have time to do that right now. We pretty much have time to do nothing except raise plants, raise children, go fishing, do what I consider typical peasant type of activities. Even though we're a royal family, I guess everybody has to start somewhere, right? So we're kind of starting from scratch. What'd you catch? A salmon. Ooh, those are worth a lot, actually. $38 simoleons, not dollars. Let's see. I'll have him start selling some of the stuff in his inventory. Have the queen go ahead and water and fertilize the plants she just got. Let's see. And I always try to use the one that's worth the least. That way I can sell the ones that are worth more. So it looks like our taro root is worth only 1 simoleon. So we're going to start fertilizing our plants with the taro root so that we can sell the rest and make a little bit more simoleons and start building that nursery. Eventually, once the kids get older, I'll probably, especially once we can afford it more, probably give them their own rooms. Definitely, once I have an official heir, he's going to have his own room for sure. And once he's old enough to get married, then I'm going to actually create a little bridal suite, perhaps, where him and his wife can kind of stay and have a little bit of privacy, maybe have their own small little kitchen, and, just make it real comfortable for them. But in the meantime, especially when the kids are small, I'm just going to create you can always find them. And all the kids can play together, stay together, be raised together. In general, just make it easier on the parents, too. So, alright. I think that's all she has to do in the garden for now. Let's go ahead and have her continue painting. Have her do a confident painting, I suppose. And go ahead and sell what the king has found. He wants to be fabulously wealthy. So his goal is to have $10,000 just sitting around. I don't know if that's going to be like something that's going to last for very long. Especially because we want to keep building and adding on to the house. I don't really plan on having a lot of unused simoleons just kind of hanging out in the family inventory. Alright, so we're up to 490 simoleons. So, what I really need to do is kind of imagine what kind of layout I want this castle to eventually develop. Because right now we just kind of have this very basic square building with an upstairs and a downstairs. But if you think about an actual castle or a palace, they would have probably a grand entrance hall. They'd have a formal dining room, a kitchen, a library, a sunroom of some sort maybe, in addition to all of the bedrooms. So I might want to have maybe most of the bedrooms be upstairs, and downstairs will be the dining room and just any common areas that you might think of, maybe a fitness facility eventually. So if I do build a nursery, I kind of want to, I don't know. I can always build a room and change it into something later, repurpose it maybe. It's easier to build downstairs than to build upstairs, at least when you're first starting out. So maybe we'll put the nursery downstairs for now. We can always move things around later. So I think what I'll do is have the nursery kind of shoot off of this wall over here. And maybe later turn it into like a dining room or something. We'll see. Let's go ahead. I don't think there's a lot I can build, actually. With 490 simoleons, that really doesn't get you much as far as walls and all that go. What'd she build? What'd she paint? A confident painting. Climbing through the clouds. Very cool. Go ahead and sell that. Ooh, worth 364 simoleons. Not too bad. Why do you want me to join Powerhouse? I don't even work out. If anything, you should be asking my husband, the king, to join Powerhouse. So I'm gonna have to decline, I'm sorry. I don't really want to get involved in too many clubs just yet. Let's see. Have her get some salad. And then where is she at? She's still in her first trimester. It takes so long to get them through all these pregnancy stages. But we'll just have her keep painting, I guess. Looks like the king is doing well over here. His needs are good. Keeps earning us more fish. That's good. Make me fish. Give me fish. Alright. Look at that giant freaking garden. That's beautiful. Especially once these trees get tall. Let's see. Fall and winter, summer. It is summertime. Hopefully these banana trees, plantain trees, will get big here soon. And then we'll have a real pretty, like, kind of barrier between the property and the street. A great big orchard. And the queen is standing in the kitchen and eating, of course. So annoying. Alright, let's speed this up a little bit. We need to get through this pregnancy. Have our first baby. Now we have 800 simoleons. That's pretty good. Who is calling us? Welcome to Party House. Try starting a gathering. Perhaps later. Our social skill is actually pretty good right now. Plus, once everybody starts aging up, we're going to have birthday parties and all that good stuff. So, that painting actually looks like something that they might have painted back then. Very pretty. But we're going to go ahead and sell it, because right now I just want the money. Show me the money, honey. Clean that up. Alright. Go ahead and have the king come back home and get something to eat. He's put in a good long day of fishing for us. Let's see. She's done classic paintings. Let's have her do a landscape painting. And now that we have 1,200 simoleons, I feel like that's a good start to go ahead and maybe build a nursery. Let's see how much we can build as far as walls are concerned. One of the things they recommend is that you try to make it look as nice as possible. It is supposed to be a palace. I said castle and palace at the same time. It's supposed to be a palace or a castle. We want it to look very nice, very regal. We want their clothes to look good. We want them to look like they're royals, basically. You know what? If I could make a suggestion to Sims developers, as far as hats go, why don't we have crowns? Seriously. It's like this challenge, this royal let's play, this isn't anything new. plenty of simmers have played this challenge, and I don't understand why they haven't done more to kind of accommodate that, you know? Maybe have more medieval looking clothing, furniture. Definitely need to throw a crown in. I'm just saying. That's my suggestion. Alright, our little garden is progressing quite nice. What's this? A terra plant. What is a terra plant? Ring, ring, it's calling to you. What is that? Oh, I think it's something actually from the island expansion, now that I think about it. Probably. I don't really know what a terra plant is or what it's used for, to be honest. Looks like the king wants to have a little bit of conversation. Why not? We're allowed to talk to each other besides just trying to have kids. Maybe after they're done they can have a little... She wants to ask him about his day. Let's do that. Friendly. Ask about day. How was your day of fishing? Was it successful? She's just staring at him. There we go. What else does she want? She wants to have a drink at the lounge. Well, we don't have a lounge. Like I said, I kind of bulldozed everything. So I'm going to have to buy it all from scratch. Dishwasher. Don't know what that is. What kind of contraption is that? Start a club. Ooh, she just finished a masterpiece. Worth 878 simoleons. That's real pretty. I think we're going to keep that. I know I could sell it and make a lot of money off of it, but honestly, it kind of fits the decoration of the house, like the color theme. Maybe we'll put it upstairs in the master bedroom. Eventually I'm going to build a balcony, and this little area is going to be where I put the door that leads out to that balcony. But in the meantime, let's have our masterpiece painting right there. Good job. Very proud of her. I'd rather keep it than sell it. Sorry. But we do have enough to do another large painting. And I have found that if you do more of one type of painting, like say classic or abstract, they tend to get, it's more likely that you'll have higher quality paintings that come out of it because they're kind of focusing and specializing on that one type of painting. So maybe if we kind of stick to the classic and the landscape paintings, we'll be more likely to be able to sell them for more simoleons. What's the king doing? He's chatting. He wants to collect a new fossil and get a promotion. Well, your workout is complete, so when you go to work tomorrow, water person. Delivering liquid nourishment to the world's biggest sports stars, King Joseph will have to be fast on his feet to replenish their thirst. If he fails, the team will fail. Athlete level 1. Okay. Yeah. Basically, it's like, I'm just going to pretend that means he's a squire. Or a page boy. You know, delivering wine and whatever to the knights. Our garden is still looking quite well. Nothing that needs to be done over here. So maybe now that he's eaten, get off your phone, please. We don't use phones. We'll go ahead and have him go to sleep. And when the queen finishes her painting, we'll feed her, have her use the restroom, and go to bed as well. Just a word to the wise, whenever you have a pregnant sim, I highly advise having them use the bathroom before they go to bed. Every single time, especially in the later stages of pregnancy, or they will wake up in the middle of the night with dire bathroom needs. It's kind of annoying. So just save yourself that step. How much is this one worth? Almost 500 simoleons. Go ahead and sell that. Get yourself something to eat. And then we'll use the restroom and go upstairs and go to bed. Why don't they sit? Sit down while you eat. That annoys me so much. Like, nobody stands in the kitchen and eats. Seriously. It's so unimmersive. Just kind of fast forward through this. She's doing her dishes. Alright. Then we'll start a new Sims day and continue trying to have this kid. Second trimester in 2 hours. I'm gonna guess, let's see what happens when the clock strikes midnight. Yeah. So, more like 1 hour. So sometime at around 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 days from now, she's gonna have that baby. So we've got 2 or 3 days to get our nursery set up, to get all of our furniture, to get it decorated, all that good stuff. Where are you? There she is. Okay. Go to bed. So the king's definitely going to wake up first. He's got his needs are higher. What time does he work? 9 a.m. Cool. So we'll get him up at least by 6 or so. Probably now's a good time. Just to make sure he's ready to go. Have him take a brisk shower. Get him all energized and ready for work. Trash can or sink is required to clean this up. You have both a trash can and a sink. What are you talking about? Okay, there we go. So what is the spoiled food? Oh, it's just the empty salad. So we still have breakfast we can eat. Perfect. Go ahead and sell these other fish that he's caught. That nursery is not going to build itself. Almost 700. Good start. Okay. And then we'll have her cook more dinner later, but let her sleep for now. He's uncomfortable. He's sore from working out. These muscles are sore after exercise. Better let him rest. And we are not going to be doing university, obviously. I'm not going to send 8 children to university. That would just be ridiculous. This challenge would last way too long and everybody would get bored and nobody would watch it. I wouldn't even want to play it, honestly. It's just too much work. Sit down while you eat. You silly man. How's she doing? She's doing good. Look at him, he's all happy. Brisk shower. A quick shower can be super refreshing. He wants to be funny with his wife, buy an instrument, and do sit-ups. Man, I wish I woke up in the morning with that kind of motivation, thinking, it's 6:45 in the morning, and all I want to do is some sit-ups. I am not myself very athletically inclined, and sit-ups are painful, in my opinion. Probably because I'm out of shape. Maybe I would feel differently if I was in better shape. Alright, clean up your dishes. And then he's still got 2 hours. I guess we can send him to go fishing in the meantime. Till work starts. And then we'll go ahead and get the queen up and about. Take a shower, have her mop. She's gonna be the one who's home most of the time, so I'm not saying she's the only one who can do chores, but she'll probably end up doing most of them. since he's going to be at work. Let's see, and then she'll need some breakfast. Hungry. Becomes ravenous in 11 hours. Don't worry, we can afford to eat. You're not going to become ravenous. She wants to kiss her husband. Oh. Well, there's going to be no point in mopping that while the toilet's running over here. So, after she eats, we'll have her clean out the spoiled food and fix the toilet. See, there's plenty to do. Mop, stomp on. Stomp in the puddle. Oh, and it's raining outside. Nice little summer shower. Okay. Let's see. Third trimester, 17 hours. He's caught a new fish, the koi fish. Alright, I'm going to speed this up a little bit. He's still sore. Yeah. Oh, 9 o'clock. Is it time to go to work? Go to work, buddy. And a trout. You owe 511 simoleons and have 48 hours to pay. Well, that's not fair. I wanted to build my nursery, and now you're going to take all my money for bills. Not cool. But that's okay. We can have the queen do some painting and stuff like that. King Joseph is off to work. The queen needs to have some fun. She's like, I'm not enjoying doing chores and fixing toilets. I don't blame you. It does sound really boring. But we'll go ahead and have you do some harvesting once you come outside. And then we may or may not need to do some fertilizing. We'll see. Look at that nice little baby bump she's rocking. That's why I like this dress. Very form-fitting. Very curvaceous. Queen Chelsea is well into her pregnancy now and excited to be a mother. Well, yeah, especially when you're showing. Everybody imagines pregnant women to have these giant bellies, but that doesn't really happen until, like, really second half of the second trimester. Your first trimester, people can hardly even tell you're pregnant. I know from experience. Takes a little while to start showing like that. Okay. I guess we'll have her pay the bills. I don't know why her mailbox is way the heck over in the corner of the property. In fact, I'm pretty sure mailboxes don't cost anything. So let's change it to a nicer one. Let's do this pretty little old country mailbox. With the red, because that's our generation color. Remember, generation 1, you want to decorate their clothes and their house in red. And when I get to generation 2, everything I build on the house after that will be in orange, and I'll change the second generation's clothing color to orange, and we're just going to kind of keep following a little pattern. Every time we reach a new generation, we're going to do a new color. So, go ahead and pay the bills. There goes most of our simoleons. Oh man, she's super bored. Maybe we'll have her Maybe we'll buy like a bookshelf or something, so she can have something a little fun to do. We don't want to be all work and no play, right? Even if it's just a cheap one. What can we afford? The Book Paladin. Interesting. Looks like it's a university expansion. Well, we'll go with red. We'll put it right there. How does that look in our home? Ooh, I never realized that wasn't painted. Can we afford to paint that? Or is it, oh yeah, it's only $2. Yeah. Okay. We want everything to be beautiful. But that only leaves us with $48. Simoleons. 48 simoleons. I will catch on, you guys, I promise. What's that on the side of the bookshelf? A sticker? Oh yeah, and it actually looks like it has a locker underneath. Might have to rethink that. Maybe we should get a different bookshelf. It's just not very immersive. Let's see. Do we have another option? Even if it's just this wall shelf. Kids bookcase. That's more something I'd rather put in the nursery, to be honest. You know what? I'm sorry you're bored, my dear. But I am going to go ahead and have you do a painting just because we really need some simoleons right now. Ooh, she has harvested quite a bit of stuff, though. We'll probably hold on to the upgrade parts just because eventually stuff's going to start breaking down a lot. The more people you have living in your household, the more they use your facilities and your toilets and all that, and the more stuff starts breaking down. So we have one plantain tree that has popped up. Good for you. And we have more stuff we can harvest too. I think there's nothing that really needs to be fertilized right now, so I think we'll go ahead and sell most of our plants and start making up those simoleons for the nursery, because right now all I have is this empty, dark shell, and that's just depressing. I can't have my kids living in that. They need lighting and electricity and beds and toys and furniture, and all that stuff costs simoleons. So go ahead and finish your painting. But that's pretty. I like that. It's like kind of a little park scene. Looks like there's maybe cherry blossom seeds in the background. Excellent painting. You know, if that was a masterpiece, I would definitely keep that. But we actually need the simoleons just a little bit more right now. So we'll have her harvest her plants. How's the king doing? I know he's at work. Seems to be doing well. His career performance has reached the good status. I could have him work hard as opposed to have him work normally, but he would be exhausted and be like, I need to have fun when he gets home, and I don't really know if it's worth it just to get that promotion that much faster. So sell your painting, use the restroom, and then I believe, oh, she's a 1-star celebrity now. Get famous off those paintings. But we'll go ahead and have her serve lunch. What should we have her cook? Let's do fish tacos. They do a lot of fishing. It would make sense that they would cook with fish. We'll do some fish tacos for lunch. And then now maybe we can afford a bookshelf. Mandrake bookshelf. That's pretty. I like that. We'll put it right there. See, now that looks actually like a bookshelf that you might find in a medieval home. So we'll go with that. So once she's done having lunch, we'll have her read a little bit. Or maybe, depending on what time her husband gets off work. Ooh, he's angry. What's going on with him? He's just feeling hot-headed. Like I said, a little bit of woohoo can definitely get someone feeling like they're having some fun. And now that she's pregnant, we can basically woohoo for free. It's not like we can... It says, if you have the ability to have a baby, then you have to try to have a baby. Well, she's already pregnant, so we'll just have some woohoo for fun. Why not? Alright. Have her read a book or something when she's done. She's like, I'm so bored. We'll read a book. Just gonna go upstairs and read a book. Alright. I am gonna go ahead and stop this Let's Play for now, but we will pick up next time and hopefully have our next child, or our first child. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure.